G'day, Uncle Jojo here from Beowulf Builders. Today we are looking at stumping gone wrong. We have a wall that's completely cracked all the way through, and it is popping out the whole way through. Where it's been supported underneath, when it's been released to go back down on the stumps, it hasn't worked. You can see this door frame has dropped on the right hand side. Probably, it looks like to me 20 mil. If we look at the floor here we'll get that up to level, and you can see that we've dropped down 30 mil at one end. So what we have to do now is we have to rip up this whole floor section. We will have to rip up this whole floor section here, see what's going on underneath, probably jack up the left hand side on this side, and prop this up. You can see on this side how the doors drop to the left, so we'll take care of that today. We now have pulled up the entire strip of this floor all the way back to the doorway, and we can see here under the floor here we can see these borers have eaten into this bearer, and this bearer is stuffed. We've got a really good halving joint here, so what we're going to have to do is unpin this, put a jack under this section here, prop this up, cut this bearer back all the way under this doorway here. You can also see that the borer has gotten into this joist here. It's completely turned it. You can also see that this has been turned into dust here. This is the borer getting into the sapwood and just demolishing that joist. I mean, look at that. They've just demolished it. So due to that, we'll probably have to pull up the floor on the other side and replace that. You can see it's just eaten all the way down. And that, you can see that dust. Wow, Struth almighty, look at that. That's eaten. That's completely eaten. So things like that need to be looked at when the re-stumping is done. The other thing that needs to be looked at when re-flooring a place, firstly, this should have insulation underneath the whole floor between the joists, and secondly, this soil here should be 200 mil below all of those stumps, from below the tops of all of those stumps. So 200 mil below the bearer. These floors, you can see I've started up this end and I'm just bringing them back to where they need to be. Good thing is these have been glued down, these floor sheets have been glued down throughout the whole job. But what hasn't happened is the old nails haven't been removed at all, and you can see them just bent over, and the flooring was just laid straight on top of these. So the floor itself, if you look down the edge here, you can see it goes up and down because these floor joists have not been straightened at all. They've just laid the floor straight down on top of the original joist without taking into consideration having a nice laid floor, overlaid floor over the top of this existing floor. Really important note to take is that when coming across a house like this, or when renovating your own home, that you take the time to straighten all your floor joists. And you can see there's nails that haven't gone all the way in. You can see here that we have a 6 mil gap underneath our level just there, and the level itself is out, which means that we've got a bit of a bow in this floor. See that rock and roll that we've got in this floor? So when we go to overlay a floorboard, whether it's a 13 mil or a 19 mil, we have to go around that bow. More of a reason to make sure that when you're laying your particle board over existing joists or over new joists, you straighten the whole section to a 1 to 2 mil tolerance throughout.